Welcome back everyone, Mitch Plays Riffs here. If you're new, welcome. Today we're breaking down what $100 on Facebook ads has done for my Spotify streams. So the data suggests that I talk too much because on average you guys are dropping off around 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna get right into the takeaways of this video. You're gonna learn how this strategy works so that you can replicate this strategy yourself. What I got from the strategy during the 2 weeks I ran it, so that you have a reference when you run this yourself. Finally, we're gonna run through the data of this campaign and see what kind of opportunities and where we're leaving money on the table and how we can make this campaign run a little bit more effectively. So let's jump right into the strategy. Essentially, it's 3 parts. Number 1, we're reaching fans of artists or bands that I'm influenced by and that my music closely represents. We are calling out that particular audience within the first 3 seconds of the video. Number 2, we're demoing the best part of the song. In this case, it's Spring, my first single on Spotify. And then finally, we're asking them within that same ad to click and listen to the rest of the song on Spotify. And that's part 3. You want to make sure that users click the ad and it opens up the Spotify app and goes straight to your song. So I'm going to show you that same strategy and how it's set up in the ad platform on Facebook. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We'll start with the campaign. It's a traffic campaign, which means Facebook is optimizing the places that it serves the ad for traffic and clicks. This campaign was set to a daily budget of $7 a day. So it's going to try to get as much traffic for $7 a day. And here's where the targeting is right here. So because this song was heavily influenced by Dance Gavin Dance, which is one of my influences, I'm targeting users that are interested in Dance Gavin Dance. I don't care what their gender is, and I don't care what their age group is. If they're interested in Dance Gavin Dance, I think they'll like my music. However, because I want to send them to a Spotify link that opens up their app, I want to make sure that they're interested in Spotify or have some sort of connection on Spotify that Facebook is aware of. So I'm making sure that they must also match an interest in Spotify. Detailed targeting, I'm just going to leave that on for now. That just helps Facebook find more opportunities when it has enough data to move out of the targeting I've set. And all forms of English. So here's where I get particular. I'm doing manual placements because my ad is vertical and designed to fit on a full screen in portrait mode. I don't want to hassle people by having them rotate their phone to see the full ad. I want the ad to hit while people are scrolling through their Instagram. So what I've done, I've only focused on Instagram stories and Instagram reels. These are both the only placements on Instagram that take up the full phone screen. So that is my focus. So now let's look at the ad. You can see I'm immediately calling out Dance Gavin Dance within the first second of the video. That's to grab the audience's attention. And I'm going right into the song. Here's the link to the website URL. If you preview it, it opens up Spotify and goes right to my song. So this is the ad. You can see right here.
I'm starting on Tiffany's face this time.
Calling out Dance Gavin Dance, first 3 seconds.
Get it? Yeah.
Within 5 seconds, I'm showcasing the best part of the song, in my opinion. So listen now. There's a little bit of quotes in there to make it funny. If you're a Dance Gavin Dance fan, you'll probably get most of those jokes throughout the ad. Using humor is one of the most effective ways to keep attention. And right here, both examples of the ad have listen now. So that's the call to action. So that's pretty much the strategy. Now, what did I get for this ad? What did I get for spending $7 a day? Well, about 271 clicks at $113 total. And that came out to roughly 42 cents per click. You guys are probably asking, is that good? Is that bad? Is that too much? I like to think back to real world examples. Imagine you had to get 271 fans of one of your inspirations to listen to your song. You'd probably have to wait till that band or artist came through your town on tour, whenever they started touring again, and you had to drive down there and basically cold approach as many fans at that show as possible, hope that they have Spotify on their phone, and say, hey, would you mind listening to 30 seconds of my song? Not everyone's going to have Spotify, so I'd imagine you'd have to walk up to at least 1,000 people to get 270 of them to listen to it. So that sounds like a whole day ordeal. That actually sounds like 2 days of work, and I don't think I could pay anybody $100 to go do that for me. So in that sense, I think this is worth it. I paid $113, got 271 people to my Spotify link, got them to listen to the song, and to get those kind of numbers, Facebook had to serve this ad to 9,476 people. If you were doing that in real life, you might have had to walk up to 9,000 people to get them to listen to you. So with that in mind, let's look at the data and see where we can take this whole strategy to the next level. So essentially the question is this: for the same amount of money, I can either get people to click the ad more often, which would raise my CTR, or I can get, with the same amount of money, get Facebook to serve my ad to even more people for the same value, which would be measured by the CPM, or cost per 1,000 people you reach. Cost per 1,000 impressions. So we're at a 2% currently. And from my experience, anything over 1% is pretty good on Facebook. That means you're being very relevant to your audience. And that wasn't even the general CTR. This was just the link click-through rate CTR, which is like when somebody clicks the listen now button. When you generally just click and engage with the ad, that's known as the overall CTR, which is, in this case, even higher. It's 3.75. So what does that look like? 3.75. Well, for every 1,000 people I serve this ad to, about 37 of them are clicking the ad. And then when we look at the link click-through rate, 22 of those 37 people are actually clicking and opening up Spotify to listen to my song. Now, again, that is really, really good when you consider that 1% is a very healthy benchmark. And I ran a test halfway through this campaign where even before I was getting that 2% link click-through rate, I had ran this ad without specifically calling out, hey, Dance Gavin Dance fans. And so when you see right here, the first time I ran it, it was like my first $21 for this campaign. And I was getting a 2% click-through rate and a 1% link click-through rate, which is like half as effective as I'm being now. And even then, Facebook was saying that my engagement and my conversion was above average. So making that one change to specifically call out Dance Gavin Dance fans in the first 1 to 3 seconds. That doubled my traffic. So you could see here my link clicks. And there's a dog barking. I hope you guys can't hear that. My link clicks started out at $1 per link click. And once I started switching to the Dance Gavin Dance copy in the front, I cut the price by 60%. Summarizing all that, the click-through rate is fine, so I'm going to actually focus on what we're getting the reach for and the CPM for. And overall, it's about $9. My latest version of this ad is doing $8.71. As someone who's advertised thousands of campaigns, millions of dollars in advertising, I've seen CPMs go under $5. So I'm confident that if I took this strategy, copied the strategy onto a new audience, let's say the neighborhood, which is another one of my influences, I'd be probably doubling or even tripling my reach and giving Facebook more to work with, which would drive down my CPM cost. So I think that's the move I'm going to make. We'll see if it actually works out, but supply demand, more inventory, lower cost. That's going to be the move. So I'll set that up in another video and I'll cover that. If anyone's interested, I'll put a link somewhere. I'll put it over there. So let's recap. The strategy, it's pretty simple. Just reach out, target one of your influences. If they have a large enough following, they'll show up as an interest category that you can reach out to. Make sure that you are targeting that particular artist and overlapping it with Spotify interests. They have to stack. They have to be part of both of those audiences to target. Make sure that you are calling out in your ad those particular fans. Showcase the best part of your song within that video, and then quickly ask them to listen to the full version on Spotify. You want to aim for a 1% click-through rate and aim to spend less than 50 cents per click. Alright, that pretty much sums up the strategy. If you guys are still here, let me know in the comments what you liked about the lesson, what you'd like to see more of. And if any of you are curious about what kind of data or stats I got from those listeners that made it to Spotify, I update a spreadsheet every week with the saves and streams and listener statistics of my EP. I'll link to that in the description or somewhere on this video. Feel free to check that out. I have a video explaining all the stats and walking through how I build that sheet. If any of you guys have any questions about marketing or songwriting or even producing, come find me on Instagram. I'm always open to meeting new people. I definitely want to grow as an artist with as many people as possible and build as many connections. So come find me. My Instagram handle is the same as my channel, Mitch Plays Riffs. Thanks again, everyone, and I wish you guys a very happy holiday.